Hey people, Intro here, 3v3, Fend Unlock, blue team. We have some Imperial Guard, Piluco, as an Inquisitor, offensive hero with powerful control abilities, begins in melee and can get specialized ranged weapons. Fancy hat too. The King of Pythons rocking a Lord General fighting in ranged combat begins with a retinue of Stormtroopers ready on defense, and support can also add to the retinue that they are, Derek and Nigel. Alongside them, an unlikely ally, Mostafa, with a Ravener Alpha. A tunneling hero, great mobility, powerful offense, and a bit of support begins with a ranged weapon. The red team is triple Chaos Lords. We have panzerbatallion. We have this fellow who some say is Blood Rain, but that is unconfirmed. It's a line. And we have Ligt. These guys are durable and destructive heroes that walk through objects and cannot be suppressed with powerful offense and disruption. Fighting mainly in melee, they are glass half empty kind of guys. And two of them are rampaging up this southeast corner. These CSM seem to be on melee mode because they're very, very angry. Chaos Lord and the Heretics have found a Lord General, but off goes Ligt under some corn worship to fight some poor guardsmen. Though CSM is still on melee mode. They've found some guardsmen too. Up in the northwest corner-ish, looks like the Sentinel is being repaired. There's a stomp. Hammer of the Witches has already been used. Heretics flee, and more Heretics join. There's some assist from the Termagant Brood. I guess these Tyranids are much more interested in absorbing some chaos stuff. Are the CSM going to drop a model? I think they are all right. Heretics get away with only 2 losses. The Chaos Lord is still going and gives up. Decides to back off. Perhaps because panzerbatallion wants to come back with his army in full rather than the Chaos Lord always being kind of out of sync with them. 2-1 cap very early on for the blue team. Mostafa, only had the single Termagant Brood into a Warrior Brood now. Pinned back all the way in base, basically. Ligt's CSM is still out here. Now they retreat. Chaos Lord smacks the generator. I guess these generators would bleed. They're Tyranid generators. Heretics and CSM capping. This is Mr. Line. Might be able to grab that natural power, actually. It's a risk. I feel like everything should be shooting these fellas right now, and they get a model. Look at that. But they're going to tough out the cap and load it to be annoying. The Heretics, of course, did grab the wreck point. Could have got onto that retreat path, maybe. Here comes a Warrior Brood. Heavy infantry squad that can leap into combat in melee, but they are switching to the Barbed Strangler. They will provide a basic synapse, increasing the durability of nearby non-synapse creatures, such as the Swarmagaunts and Termagants. Crippling Poison is in with Toxin Sacks, so they can start slowing down those Chaos Lords. I was really expecting double Termagant Broods for the Crippling Poison on the Chaos Lords, but I guess not. Heretics, of course, as well, can do some melee stuff, but panzerbatallion going for double grenade launchers here. Piluco into some spotters. King of Pythons, Catachan Devils on the field. Those guys with power melee, very versatile, can disrupt, can support, can stab you to death pretty well. Contested power now turning blue. Double Chaos Lords through the mid this time. There's all those grenade launchers. Good damage to clumps of infantry, and they can barrage for some disruption. Combi Flame it in for Ligt. Hammer of the Witches for his face, though. And Noise Marines are up under that corn worship. Their Sonic Blasters disabling ranged attacks and dealing some good anti-infantry damage. Inquisitor wanting to tie them up there, but she gets mobbed by some Heretics. Ravener Alpha going into some melee. Starts with the Devourer. Those are the things that shoot burrowing insects at you, aren't they? Or is that what the Termagants use? I assume the Ravener Alpha is like a really fancier version of that, but I'm not sure. Pops up a tunnel somewhere. Oh, it's all the way in the northwest corner. There's a tunnel now. Cacophony from Noise Marines knocking down all nearby units, but not the Chaos Lord. He's a big boy. Runs away. They did get one gen down. And they're on the other VP, look. Panzerbatallion on the natural VP of the blue team. Gonna cap it as well, I believe. Heretics with aspiring champions, they get bolt guns when the heretics have grenade launchers. That was the crippling volley. They didn't want to risk some area of effect damage coming in after that, I think, from the spotters maybe. Meanwhile, through the mid, we have some raptors on the field for the line guy. After double CSM as well. There is solid opening. No Eternal War yet. And nothing for the Chaos Lord. All the power went into those raptors, or did it? Yes, it did. Nothing for the heretics. A heal from the medical sergeant of the Lord General, and there is Flak Jacket for incoming. Immune to knockback, which helps against those grenade launchers of the heretics. And you get 30% damage resist, which is pretty damn good. Both Sentinels are still up. Huge amounts of requisition for Mostafa and Piluco. Didn't get many squads up, and they haven't lost many models either to reinforce. At least they can build gens whenever they need them. There's another gen going up there. They should be noding this, surely, with all the extra requisition they have. There's tier 2 for Piluco. Heretics taking some shots, including some fire from these guardsmen. Lord General was trying to force melee combat on those Noise Marines, I believe. Here comes a stomp. And some Barbed Strangler Warrior Brood support as well. That shot didn't land very well. It's only hitting a couple of heretics at a time. Grenade Barrage is a decent one. But Hormagaunts got in there, and these guys have their adrenal glands, and they're ready to chew up some chaos stuff. See how it tastes. Didn't like that though. Raptors jumping in and suppressing on landing, but those guys are themselves being suppressed by that Barbed Strangler. Yeah, it might be handy to try and keep the Termagants near the Warrior Brood so they can slow down the Chaos Lord when he goes after him, because he can't be suppressed, of course. Not always easy to do though. Level 2 Chaos Lord here. Done some work with that Combi Flamer. Tier 2s for all of the blue team. And there's panzerbatallion, the last player to go. Mr. Line guy is already there. Stormtroopers on the way for Piluco. King of Pythons calling too on this eastern side. On the power with some fire. And double CSM and those raptors. Raptors are gone. They didn't drop a model though. And the Chaos Lord of Line Guy harassing the warriors almost all the way back to base. Tried to kill the weak, but it didn't work. This Chaos Lord needs to run. Or not. It's a good kill the weak. But I think got stomped, I guess, and has to flee. Oh, Barbed Strangler with a really good shot. Hitting those double CSM. Who get aspiring champions. And they do have Eternal War now. There's a Cacophony. Really good power harass here. Didn't fully bash it, but they've pinned back the blue team for a long time. CSM still in play there. Gonna need to flee though. Nothing particularly dangerous in melee on retreat path, so they should be okay. Tunnel going up. What's going on the west side? Piluco has pushed through. Some guardsmen are with Sergeant and a Commissar fella, so they're probably going to get plasma guns. Panzerbatallion with Plague Marines on the way, so is Ligt. Maybe they are expecting a Bane Wolf or Chimera or something. And a double Venom Brood for Mostafa with double Death Spitters. That's going to be nasty. And there's the Synapse Aura for damage as well to buff them. Could also get Corrosive Devourer for an insanely powerful anti-heavy infantry weapon of his own. Here come the Death Spitters. Raptor jump though. Where are the Hormagaunts to counter-initiate? They are not here. Is it worth that Ravener Alpha getting the Acid Splatter or something for that? I guess they dealt with him alright there. And here's those Hormagaunts. Killed a weak. Good hit. And Mark of Khorne, Chaos Space Marines. Barbed Strangler hits them. Definitely should get a weapon upgrade for the Ravener though when he gets back to his feet, I think. Got a lot of nasty stuff running at him, and I think Acid Splatter could do some work. Or the Corrosive Devourer. Sentinel goes down thanks to the Chaos Lord's Combi Flamer. And they're on the power again. And they're capping up the mid. Very aggressive pushes from the Chaos players, as you'd expect. King of Pythons getting some Stormtroopers. We'll see how these double Death Spitters can do when they can plant their feet and shoot like this. Supported by the Barb Strangler and the Crippling Poison as well. Let the Galaxy burn. A decent counter to a Tyranid ranged blob. That was a really good hit as well. And there's some Mark of Tzeentch CSM. Those Inferno bolts are really good against heavy infantry armors such as the Warrior Brood and the Venom Brood. They're both heavy infantry and they both set off synapse bombs when they die. Level 2 Ravener Alpha. Raptors jumping in. Is Crippling Poison available? I'm guessing not. Yeah, Let the Galaxy Burn did a lot of work there. Oh, here we go. Corrosive Devourer is coming in. It's bloody expensive at 45 power. But it's like 43 plasma DPS. It's kind of nuts. Putting up a tunnel to somewhere. Over there. Yeah, we're going to see a marked difference in damage output from Mostafa's blob now. If they can stay on their feet with Let the Galaxy Burn and Raptors jumping in and stuff. Because they'll be suppressed by the Raptors. Perhaps Mr. Line can time it. Throw the fire in first, knock them all over, and when they get back up, suppress them. Heretics backing off here. Piluco may be looking for tier 3. Tons of requisition. Should be rebuilding this power, I think. Although it's being bashed right as we speak. Manticore is up for King of Pythons. A big investment. We'll see how it goes. Plague Marines could go after it, but there's no sorcerers to do warp trickery and stuff to get them onto the Manticore or anything, so they'd have to just run up to it. Which can be tough for your old Plague Marines. Stormtroopers with the Assault Kit here. Can they time a grenade on those CSM? They are not trying at the moment. They have Mark of Tzeentch and Mark of Khorne for Mr. Line. Manticore Strike. Oh, good hit. That was a good hit. The first one was good. And now Malignant Blindness from one of the Chaos Lords. Reducing weapon range and sight range. Wow, Line Guy got hit pretty hard there. Manticore came in, and there was lots of shooty Tyranids around as well. And the Raptors wipe. Massive hits against Line Guy. I'm not sure what he's saying there. Probably oh bother. 376 to 245. Tier 3 for Line Guy. Blue team can push off this. Tier 3 for Piluco. Got the double Stormtroopers. Did they get called in? I think one of them got called in because they're missing a bunch of red now. And that was a Hell Fury there. And Chaos Lord down. And blue team turn the tide of this fight. Have they done it already? Ravener Alpha, level 3. Bloodletter's on the way for panzerbatallion to try and get onto these dangerous Venom Broods, perhaps. Or maybe just to get onto those Stormtroopers, because they're on that side, aren't they? Yeah. Double cap for blue team now. Opening up a sizable VP lead. So they were always doing decently well on the VPs. Just getting smacked around a bit in the fights, but I mean, a Tyranid, I mean, they haven't lost anything. And now they can stabilize a bit. Last Master, that would have been a very nasty shot. King of Pythons lost. I didn't even notice them losing the Catachan Devils, but they lost Catachans and Sentinel. Piluco lost Sentinel. So there has been losses. Still a double cap here, though, for blue team. Chaos Predator on the field for Ligt. There's a revive, thanks to Line Guy. Ligt runs away. There's the Predator tank. No mark yet. Probably Mark of Khorne, innit? Those CSM taking nasty shots from the Ravener Alpha. And, oh, another Warrior Brood. Oh, they can go from Barb Strangler to Adrenal Glands now, I guess. I forgot all about that change. That's a very big deal for those fellas. But they're dealt with. Oh, we got some Chaos Terminators now. Line guy comes in with Chaos Terminators to recover. There's that demoralization on kill, that debuff. Increases the damage they take and decreases the damage they deal. It's a really nasty debuff that can stack up a bunch. Just punch the Ravener Alpha to death with Power Fists as well. Some Khorne worship, but not to benefit these guys because Line Guy doesn't have any heretics up. Bloodletter's chopping up the Inquisitor, who levels to what, 4, with Excruciators for a sale and the Mandate. On the VP are the Plague Marines. They should be able to tough it out for a decap at least. Plasma guns up against them, which doesn't actually help against the Plague Marines because they're not heavy infantry. But they're still good DPS weapons, I suppose, compared to the Lasgun. 369 to 109. You just don't get the extra damage from the plasma. Power bashing Plague Marines. Grenade. Maybe they were looking for the Manticore. Manticore, get the hell out of there. What happened to the Catachan Devils is what I want to know. Was it on my screen? Did they die on my screen? It is possible. I can see their bodies here, look. Well, some of them. And some of them over there. Another friendly Chaos Lord comes across. This time Ligt. And there's Let the Galaxy Burn. And they all flee. 2 to 1 for the red team now. Next purchase for Line Guy is very important, I feel like. Oh, Ligt doesn't know that they're back to their feet, I think. Need to run, buddy. He's gone down. Level 2 CSM with the Eternal War and the Marco Zinch. No aspiring champion, though. Mostafa asking for res. King of Pythons is also down. Some Khorne worship. Bloodletters are out of range of it, though. Heretics trying to move up. They're still out of range of it, but they do get rid of a bunch of infantry over there. Meanwhile, towards the mid, here comes the Inquisitor to do some reviving. Tank being used. Oh, Mark of Khorne is up. Being used quite well so far. Doesn't really got into any trouble. Is there anything to threaten it, though? Corrosive Devourer can do corrosive shots, which would threaten it. These guys do have heavy melee, which would threaten it. Level 3 as well. Auto Cannon Terminators now for Line Guy, and they're going for Noise Marines. That is their play. Heretics piling in. Don't think I've seen a Bloodlust being used yet. Tyranids formation. Central Spy hit the tank, but it's okay. These spies do buff you quite a lot, but I don't think there's going to be many Tyranids around to take advantage of that. Got some good hits on the tank, though. Needs some repairs now. Meanwhile, this VP is still red. What are you doing, Inquisitor? Oh, she's getting a Baneblade. The King of Pythons with a Baneblade on the way also. Tank badly needs repairs now. Heretics, you want it, fellas? There we go. And they're power bashing still. And that does trigger the demoralization. We have a Venom Cannon Carnifex that can try and hunt down the tank, as well as the Baneblades, of course. Ogren's on the way for King of Pythons. Another Manticore, this time from panzerbatallion. That's what the Baneblade does. Bristling with guns. Mega Battle Cannon on top. Demolisher on the front, which you need to manually target. Some las cannons and heavy bolters as well. Plague Marines flee. Chaos Lord flees. Some Bullgrins could do some work. Can't get the VP back though, can they? There's a big shot from the tank. Trying to stand their ground and deliver that damage to Chaos fellas. Demolisher Cannon coming in. Doesn't even knock back those Terminators though. Gonna need to teleport out. Oh, they're assailed. Assailed by the Inquisitor. That's a bunch of plasma coming in. 2 Baneblades rocket run. I don't know what the rocket run hit. A single Terminator able to teleport away. I think they were just about to teleport when that assail came in. They kind of did their weird little turn, like they were facing a teleport direction. Blue team hitting back hard, 190 to 107. Carnifex, got a chunk of XP. Baneplays doing their thing. We do have some Bulgarins from the King of Pythons. Where is the Lord General? Oh, he's really far forward, this fella. Been down for a while. Inquisitor goes sprinting up with Mandate. Throws a sail on some heretics. That's a weird target for it. And then she runs. Does damage over time and it locks the unit in place. Was that to stop them worshipping, I wonder? Maybe. They ran away afterwards. 171 to 107. Blue team mobbing the mid to try and cap it. Let the Galaxy burn. Oh, doesn't knock the Ravener Alpha far enough away to stop the cap there. Desperately trying to repair the Chaos Predator because that's delivering some good damage for them. But needs to be so careful now with the Carnifex and the Bane Blades and those Bulgrins. Last Master with a decent shot. There's User Shield suppressing the Plague Marines and those Heretics as they come in. Makes the Bulgrins tougher as well while it's active. Tearing through the Heretics as expected. The tank got some good damage on them though. Terminator's backing off those double Death Spitters. They don't like that Inferno damage. Oh, more Terminators coming in though. Yeah, they should be able to focus fire quite well now and get some Synapse backlashes going in. What's going on over there? More Terminators. Inquisitor's going to have her hands full. There's a sail. Terminators can't retreat out of it. Just got to take it. Ouch. I think they're going to survive. There's the teleport. Carnifex got very low. Baneblade hasn't really been touched yet. Those guys are going for some power fist action. But can they get onto the VP? Chaos Lord's going for it. Who is that? That is Ligt. Manticore on his head in a second. Gets the decap though. Those Terminators teleporting back and they're getting autocannon. All three are going to have autocannon, looks like. Imperial Abyss. Many much ouches. I think it wiped some stormtroopers. Would it have been better to use on one of the Bane Blades? I think that was a decent nuke. Messed up Piluco's infantry. Blastmaster gets a good hit. Oh, those Terminators are very low. The Terminator's white. Ligt misjudged that. I wonder if they were trying to micro their tank around a bit and lost track of their Terminators. Bulgrins buffed by the Lord General's incoming now. What are those guys doing? Oh, they're stealing the bunker so they can't, so it can't repair the Bane Blades. I thought they were trying to shoot down the Manticore, which would have been a weird thing for Marco Zink CSN to do. Bulgrins are not stopping. There's User Shield. Doesn't really affect Terminators, I guess, although it does make the Bulgrins tougher, as I said, so still worth using. I think it gives them more health regen and even more damage resistance. There's that Galaxy Burn, which did not knock them over. Oh, I think they have weapon knockback now, don't they? Yeah, it's a pretty big deal. I think they just have that on all the time. I don't think they need to use User Shield either. Kashyyyk on the way for Piluco. Probably with plasma guns. Land Raider Phobos for Mr. Line, the Line guy. 171 to 57 on the VPs. 2 Bane Blades in the mid. It's not easy, is it? They are harassing the natural VP of the blue team reasonably well. Oh, tank needs to be careful. That was a bioplasma shot, which might have finished it if it hit. Especially if it went over the top and hit the rear armor. They have double blast masters. We have seen some good shots from them. These guys are level 4. There is the Phobos. This thing is very good at dealing damage to large targets, but it cannot 1v1 a Bane Blade. Just doesn't have the hit points to trade with it. And it can be difficult to get both of the las cannons to hit the same target. Ripper Swarm spawned in there to harass things. Still trying to repair that tank. It's almost level 3. It has done well. Zone Thrope on the way for Mostafa to support the Carnifex maybe. With the Symbiosis. There's that Legacy Burn. Can they put a dent into these Baneblades though? Phobos is sure getting dented. Phobos has to retreat. They're down to 19, 18 VPs. Yeah, it's been really tough. Really tough. Pretty good. Let it burn. Manticore Strike came in. Looks like the blue team are going to hold here. The guard hold with their weird Tyranid allies against the Chaos Incursion. Chrono Formation finishes off the Phobos, and nukes are chucked in at the end there. Oh, 1-to-1 cap. They decapped the mid. I thought that was it. Ulgrin's coming in now. Lord General stands in the abyss and dies. So does the Chaos Lord, though. And the red team have conceded at the end, actually. Plenty of blood for Khorne. He's going to be happy. But the Chaos Lords, not so much. Level 8 Inquisitor here. Did some great work with the sail. It's such a good ability. Level 6 Ravener Alpha, supporting those Death Spitters. And this thing doing a whole bunch of damage, had regenerate at the end as well. Did the Death Spitters level up yet? Level 4 on those guys. A level 4 Lord General lying underneath a Chaos Lord. Panzer Battalion's Chaos Lord got level 3. Had level 8 for Line Guy. And level 6 for Ligt. And there you have it, guys. Thank you for watching. It was a fun game, I think. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see ya next time.